Before giving my father's eulogy, I'd like to impart some words of wisdom from a book he said impacted him the most, a book read during his college years, and the only one he insisted I read. A Man's Search for Meaning, written by Viktor Frankl. Between 1942 and 1945, psychiatrist Viktor Frankl labored in 4 different concentration camps, including Auschwitz, while his parents, brother, and pregnant wife perished. Based on his own tragic and harrowing experience, Frankl argues we cannot avoid suffering, but we can choose how to cope with it, find meaning in it, and move forward with renewed purpose. Namely, we can instill meaning in loss through love. He writes, "Love is the only way to grasp another human being in the innermost core of his personality. No one can become fully aware of the very essence of another human being unless he loves him. By his love, he is enabled to see the essential traits and features in his loved one. And even more, he sees that which is potential in him, which is not yet actualized, but yet ought to be actualized. Furthermore, by his love, the loving person enables his loved one to actualize these potentialities. By making him aware of what he can be and what he should become, he makes these potentialities come true." So, in the resonance of Viktor Frankl's words, I present my own eulogy to my father. We are gathered here today to mourn the loss of a loved and loving father, uncle, son, husband, sibling, and friend. But beyond mourning, we are also gathered to honor the tenets of life he exemplified and the impressions he bestowed on his family and close friends. My father was, much like myself, often quiet, but nearly always profound and permanently trustworthy. His default state of earnestness and philosophical contemplation was often punctuated by infectious humor, levity, and wit. Even around this memorial of potent tragedy and grief, I have confidence afterwards my father would be cracking jokes through his stoic exterior, a shining part of his personality maybe we can all take comfort in, as I do. Today, we honor a man who showed the same level of respect and courtesy to Waffle House line cooks and white-collar executives alike. We honor a man who traded materialism and vanity for respect for all human beings, regardless of societal status. A man who would not just hear, but genuinely listen. We honor a man who sacrificed self-interest in favor of utmost devotion for his loved ones, children, and friends. One of my father's proudest accomplishments, a story he recounted with a gleam many times, was not of any award, promotion, or business triumph, but making a diving save flat on his face to catch me as a baby, clumsily rolling off the bed. His pride did not come from within, but rather from his ability and willingness to sacrifice for his loved ones. The best gift I could have ever asked for was to experience that unwavering willingness for 24 years, and I received it. I imagine many of us gathered here today, in some way, shape, or form, experience that same steadfast loyalty. My father favored quality over quantity when it came to life advice. I will share one piece he repeated with perhaps the most weight. To say and to promise held indisputably different definitions to him. He would say, a promise is never to be broken, and doing so would mean a break in one's integrity. A person is only as good as their word, and to give your word is to give an extension of your character. So, in absence of his physical presence, but not of his spirit, I say this wholeheartedly to him. I promise to remember the love you gave unsparingly and pass it along to those important to me and to my own children someday. I promise to continue to consult the rock-solid upbringing you gifted me and follow your advice from within. I promise to make myself known as trustworthy to those around me in times of need. I promise to stay true to myself and let my word be known as an extension of my character, of my dependability, of my loyalty. In lieu of apologies or regrets in this time of tragedy, perhaps the best way all of us can honor my father is to make one meaningful promise today to ourselves or to a loved one and never break it.